Hello, this is a video review for Overwatch for the user called XXKLow quadruple X. First, I need to apologize. It's been 16 days since I came back to you. I just been super busy with university. I know it's not an excuse. I should have been more prepared for it. But here I am, and I'm going to do my very first review. So bear with me. I haven't done my placements yet, but I should be ranked around Masters as I was as my peak last season at 3,900 something. Anyways, let's roll with this, and I'm gonna bring up my notes. There, you can see it, but I can see it. Let's also check a few things here. I'm gonna be pausing a lot to be sure that my work is saved from time to time, but let's go now. Okay, so let's start with playing the
I don't
video.
know. You might see something on the screen, Kev.
I think I want to lower the volume here. Alright, let's skip to 1 minute and 20.
I'm not a jealous type. I'll share you, Kev.
There. Okay, so let's look at this scene. So Diva's flying to the right side there. You see, it's like Diva just went. Diva just went up there. And a good thing to do when tanks are going in there is to throw a healing orb towards them. That gives them a little bit of sustain. You can also throw a damage orb, but I find it more successful to have a little bit more sustain. But let's keep going there. Let's skip to 230. Here we go.
Wait for your mercy. Lie to me.
Okay, let's pause there. See what's going on. We had a Mei over there. We have a Junkrat over here. We have a Hanzo over here, and we have two dead teammates. I think that before you use your ult, it's very useful to press tab real fast and see who's alive and if my ult is worth. Now Mora ult really charges up really fast, so it's not a massive deal, but you know, kind of lost like 30 seconds to build your ult now for your next team fight. And honestly, it's just that's not gonna work out. You have your Diva there, and just, you know, it's just a mess, right? That's okay. Now you press tab. You have to press tab a little bit more often and see, you know, who's alive. This happens a lot, actually. Then you don't press tab enough. It helps a lot. Gives you lots of valuable info. Who's up? Is my ult worth to use? It's okay to die with ult. If you feel that it's not going to do much, of course. Okay, so now it's gonna be this story back and forth. Let's spam back to, let's just skip back to 850. A little bit here. I'm skipping a lot, I know that, but that's because nothing really interesting happened worth commenting. Now, this is pretty good. Like, I like your positioning there. Stick with this, Winston. This wall that you have over here protects you pretty good. I like to play around, you know, just wiggling back and forth from this wall. It kind of gives me safety. I don't have to take much hits. And I have Winston there. The cart is there too. So I'm in pretty good position. I don't have to push all the way this and expose myself unless I really have to. But let's skip that. Let's see what happens. Okay, you know, you're backing out now. I should say go push in. push in instead. I know now there's a 5 versus 6. You got the McCree pick, right? So it's a 5 versus 6 situation if I'm not completely wrong. Push that, utilize it, exploit it. Now the Widowmaker died. But now you're pushing, and this is good. You need to push faster though.
Oh, watch it.
And this is something that I don't like at all. That you flank by yourself with Moira, and Moira shouldn't be flanking at all. Maybe 1% of your games, of your play time, should be flanking. But most of the time you should stick with the Winston. Help him out. Because now it's like he's facing a Roadhog that Mercy here is really low. You could have actually finished Mercy already if you were with Winston over here. Good things to think about. Mercy's gonna die, but Winston dies too. Gets bursted down by Roadhog, I think. And then we have Reaper ulting alone. And it didn't work out so much. Stick to the Reaper. Stick to your Reaper, stick to your teammates. I think that could have worked out a lot better if you play it out with your friends there. Okay, let's go to 12. Let's see here. I'm not familiar quite yet with visor.gg. Bear with me a little bit. Here we go. 12:05, back there.
Am I not gonna get help?
Oh my god.
Okay, so here we go. Problematic. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys looking at you right now. Why? You have to think, why are people hating me? Why do I get so much hate? It's because you are the closest target. You are putting yourself in a very awkward position. Everyone is, look at this. Everyone just spread out. Everyone went to different places. We have Winston on top there. We have Mercy that died there. Mercy shouldn't even be here to begin with. We have a Torbjörn, like somewhere in the middle at choke. No good. You're gonna die. And you have Reinhardt on the other side. Everyone is super spread out. And that's not technically all your fault. Of course not. This is what happens in gold. Everyone is tunnel vision and doing their own thing. What you could do to make it better is to tell people, hey, back out. Back out, man. I don't have heals, or, you know, let's regroup. You're pushing too far, my man. You know, communicating those things that you're playing stupid. I mean, now you see that as, you know, you can't help the situation of a a Reinhardt charging into their spawn. This is very bad. You can give some advice. It's hard to give advice because people can take it in a bad way, even if you mean really well. But yes, let's skip now. Let's go to 12:46. We had to talk about spawn advantage. Yes. Okay. Well. Oh yeah. Right. I forgot the point. 12:30. 12:30. Okay. We have a Mercy here, and we have Moira too. We have two very strong healers. Now you press tab, that's good. Keep pressing tab, do that. But now we have two strong healers, and the heals are indeed needed in just this specific situation. But they shouldn't be needed that much. Now you have too much heals. You have too little damage. And yeah, now you're out of resources. Mercy is doing all the healing there. You should be pushing out because you're on a man disadvantage, and as you have a spawn disadvantage. This means that it doesn't matter if they are 5 and you're 6 really when they're that close to spawn, because they're just gonna keep spawning out, and they're gonna just keep doing damage, so much damage that you cannot keep up healing, even if you do have a Mercy. So it means that eventually they will push you out. and then you would lose grounds, and they will win it, of course. Now you have a Reinhardt pushing there with Pharah, and Mercy dies.
Well.
It's just, this is what happens, right? People die, and then they go in one and one and one and one. Now the Reaper's gonna in there one, and it's just like lemmings. You had to. Uh, your positioning is not that bad. You could like try to convince people that this is the position we need to hold, and if everyone sticks to that, I bet you're gonna get out of there pretty fast. Now you're going in too. You're gonna go down there as well. Maybe not. Maybe not. Managed to get away. Good. Anyways, let's go to 12:45. Doesn't make sense. 12:45. No, it has to be 13:45. Yes, exactly. Oops. All right. There we go. That's good enough.
Will heal you.
Whatever.
I really recommend playing Sen in the last point, so you have a defensive ult. Now Winston died there. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, this ult. I think, did you know that Reinhardt could charge? I mean, I didn't mean it that way. I mean more like that he had his charge up, because that, you see now what's going on. You have super strong healer there already. It's Mercy. She's in a good position right now. You have two tanks here. Two tanks. They're pretty angry and they're attacking your tank. You're healing the tank, which is good. But then you have this Moira ulting the tanks. She is going to out heal you, even if you have a Mercy healing there. And now you have two people. I don't know why they're doing there. Oh, they may be attacking Afara. But hey, you should have done here. You should have saved your ult here, because the previous ult that you did over here wasn't really necessary. That Moira ult works really good. Like, I can't believe that, I feel that I would have ulted maybe even earlier to save Mercy, because I saw Reaper and I thought, oh shit, they're probably gonna kill Mercy. But Mercy can reposition herself really well. She's not in critical health, so the ult wasn't really needed there. Use your ult to use it either to push, especially in a long corridor here. Numbani is really good to use it. The enemy Moira actually does it really good there. And you use it on both your teammates and the enemy team. So this situation would be perfect if you could just stand over there. You would put a massive beam across the tanks, so you would heal your tank, damage both tanks, and you would make the enemy Moira's ults useless. You would counteract each other. Well, that's good. If you would prevent your tanks from dying. And then you have Faye there. And you die to Riptire. And something similar is going to happen again from 14:30. Let's put the 14:30. And it's about audio cues. Here we go. Okay. Hang on. Maybe earlier. Okay, listen to this. Listen to the enemy Reaper now. Okay, maybe it's hard to hear, but when I was looking at this video first, I heard from the shadows. Okay, and from that, maybe it takes 2 seconds until this happens. Maybe more. That's a slow Reaper. Oh no, there it is. There's a Reaper. Okay, you hear from the shadows. That's not good news. And it goes and does that. Die, right? Same thing happened with Riptire previously. Audio cues. We need to listen to them. It actually does a lot. If you can communicate that there's a Reaper behind us who's gonna fucking ult on us, you better communicate that, so your team at least has a chance to react to that. It doesn't matter now if you got like 3 kills, the enemy Reaper is getting his kills too. See?
Bro, see this shit, dude?
Alright. So let's skip that. The game is lost. Nothing more happens really. 1750. A little bit more. Okay, that's good enough. This, I want to talk about this. This is pretty good actually. This position I have here, around this wall, it's solid. It's solid. You cannot get damaged if you sit behind here. And if you keep wiggling back and forth, that's good. You can heal and at the same time not take damage. The problem here though is that the tanks are very forward. It's kind of difficult. If you have Junkrat, then sure you can play that aggressively right now. Initially it works out for you. 1810. Gonna skip a little bit there. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Skip too far. Okay, we see here the enemy our Genji is being low health. He's going to grab the medkit. He is not his tunnel vision. This is what happens in gold, and even happens in masters. Don't worry about that. People are tunnel visioned, and they're not coming towards you. They should be coming towards you, but they don't. And you choose to go with this Genji, and then you miss a lot of things happening. At the choke here. Reaper is low health. He would not be low health if he had solid heals to that choke. And now like people, this is kind of things come in get unbalanced. People start running onto different sides, and this gives the enemy an opening to initiate an attack. Now you're out of resources. And Sen is not a good healer. What you need to do here is tell people that I have no heals. I'm out of heals. I'm dry. I need to get out. We need to get roll back to point, or roll back. I don't know what that place is called right now. Under the tunnel. But you have to get back because you have no sustain right now. Reinhardt's shield is breaking. It's not good news. You're gonna lose this fight. Yeah, now you lost the set. It's instantly. I would actually just even almost give up the point, so I could have a chance to at least do another push. Although this is Volskaya, doing a push to first point is usually not good. And this is something really interesting that happens a lot too. See, you fade into a Pharah that's low. You fade into a McCree and you have a Hansel. It's hard to see with the pixels. And I mean, the fight is already lost, but this happens a lot that you fade into people. Okay, let's go now to 18. No, not 18. We go to 2120. We have another example there apparently. A defending last. Yes. 2120. Hey, I saw you ulted there. Maybe it's good to talk about that. So this position is actually not bad. I think I forgot to tell that. This is not bad. You have an angry Winston there on point. Here is something that's odd. The Pharah ulted onto the soldier, and the Winston's probably gonna die there too. Yeah. And there's a Roadhog. This is something I actually liked for a little bit actually. What you did, you put your ult on Genji when he needed it. He was getting damaged, and you ulted him, which is good. He needs to sustain. He's doing the ult. Keep doing that. So support the people that are doing the ults. All right, let's go to the point now. We're going to talk about 2120.
Genji right side.
All right, here we go. Yeah. In this time it works out. You fade in and push in someone that's already low. That's good. But you have to be sure that when you do that, there's no one else that can stop you. In this case, there is a McCree. And there was an Anna too. So when you have a Zen healer, a Zenyatta healer, it's not really worth to play that aggressive because then you don't have those heals. You would actually have fucked up the Reaper if you threw a damage orb into it. I know it's on cooldown, but you can wait. Things can wait. Okay. We talk again. Flanking with Reaper. Okay, 2210. Let's see what that is about. Alright. Okay, so the enemy team is gonna push now. And we got an early pick because Reaper is flanking.
Behind me.
Now something is happening here. Okay? You don't have a main healer. You're the main healer. You have to be with your team over there. You're flanking right now. You think that, oh, I'm gonna support Reaper. I see what you're thinking about. However, when they are pushing, this team needs heals, and Winston here is low. Okay, now there's something really pressing here. You gotta focus on your right click. You should be putting your heals now on the Roadhog. He's gonna suck up all the damage. Although I can see your point, maybe you want to do damage so you can ult. Then Genji is gonna ult now. Let's see how this plays out.
Oh god.
Now this is good. You say the Solo saved the team there with his ult, and you supported him with your ult. It wasn't really needed actually. The thought is good. Do that when he's being focused down. When he's being focused, especially, I think you should predict when someone is gonna take massive damage or a lot of damage. You ult your teammate. Your heals does more heals than damage.
Yo, let's go!
And that worked out pretty good. I like that you play back there. You don't want to take damage. Okay, so 25-52. We do a skip here. 25-52. Okay, that's good enough.
Oh my god. No
3 down,
way
right?
he got it, dude.
Heal. Good choice. Heal orb. That's a good choice. Now is this is the thing. Okay, you finished the Mercy fast. I can understand that why you want the Mercy dead. But now the thing is that Winston, we see Winston is low. Winston is in low health. We have a mini diva that's not doing much damage. But Winston is low. You need to focus on the Winston right now. Winston needs his health. And here's about healing orbs. This is Volskaya's point. Putting healing orbs towards these walls is a lot better. They don't bounce as fast up as if you do if you put your heal orb down on the ground. So try to put your heal orbs on the walls here, on the corners, so it bounces around. It will go up eventually, but it will go up slower. I'm happy that you prioritize healing right now. Especially on that ulting soldier. Soldier's ulting. You're supporting him. He's like, he's not gonna die. That's good. And then Lucio. Yeah, alright. The point is over. Alright. Pretty good. Not bad at all. And let's put this to 35-40. We're gonna talk about pushes. No, not that far. So 29-46.
It's kind of dead, but like whatever.
There we go. This is good. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have yourself as 5 there. You're grouping up. This is what we want to see. Do that. When you push group up, this is the first solid group you do. Unfortunately, the solid died to the nade. You perhaps could have saved him by healing him before doing an attack. Oh, and now something happens here. So you focus on doing damage to Orisa, and we see here in the scoreboard that Reaper is ulting, and you know when Reaper is ulting, he's kind of a sitting duck. He's vulnerable to damage, especially to McCree that keeps his distance. And the enemy McCree does that. He keeps his distance. And unfortunately he dies to it. What you can do here is lend Reaper a hand. If you know he's gonna ult, I don't know where he ulted from, but if you know he's gonna ult, be ready to support him, so you can sustain him and help him out, kill as many as possible, and it's a long spawn, so yeah. All right, he ulted right there in the sides. Yeah, heal him. Okay, let's talk about 29. No, 35-40. Okay, even more. We are talking about. Okay, yeah, you actually did something really good here. I want to talk about. I know it sounds like a lot of hard criticism, but you're doing the right things. It's easier to give this hard criticism than hard, but it gets better. It's always something to do better. Okay, what happened here? Oh yeah, 35-40. We're supposed to skip there. Oh, not that much. There, perfect. This is also really good. Another solid push. You have your both tanks here, and the rest of the team is behind. This is a really solid start, except that the hack there.
Can we kill them? Kill them?
Okay, good ult. You want this. A bit sooner though, so you could have saved the Reaper. That's okay.
Oh, you got fucking dead.
Okay, stop there. Look at that. Reinhardt is getting attacked. He doesn't have his shield up. You need to actually heal him now, because Reinhardt is super important now on the point. You have only 13 seconds left. You cannot afford to lose him. You're not gonna lose him, but you can't afford to do it. So I would actually just focus on putting the heals on, because Anna's not going to do much damage, and Sombra is definitely not doing that much damage back then. I know there's a new patch now. Things a bit different, but she still doesn't do that much damage. So focus on healing, Reinhardt. Your Reinhardt is everything, man. Yeah. Heal him, heal him, heal him. You have to heal the Reinhardt. There. There we go. Good job. The reason you won here was because you stayed together with your team. You pushed together with your team. That was really good. If you do that together, you will get out of gold. You will even reach diamond. Easy. If everyone presses W together, you will do it. You have to kind of communicate that. You know, you can't just get out of gold by just communicating. It doesn't matter if your focus target is bad. It doesn't matter if you're, if you're doing if mistiming the ults. As long as you stick together in gold, it will get you very, very far. And this is a good example of why it worked well, because you went together. All right, that's what was very first review. I'm gonna call it for now, and I hope this helps you. Please get back to me if it does work. Say when you reach plat or diamond, just tell me, hey, your advice worked. It's good for me to know. All right, catch you later.